Hi,
Hi, everyone.
hey guys, we're coming in today, and this is our episode where we're going to be speaking about couples challenge in a sense. And what we're going to be talking about today is carry on bags. Are you for it? Or are you against it? So, hope you guys had a great week. So, what's up, babe? How you doing?
I mean, carry-on bags are, I don't know that that's a couple challenge or not. Um, I think if you have somebody who overpacks a lot, um, I guess that could be a little bit challenging. Um, but again, I think that's something that has to be discussed between the travelers or the couple.
Mm,
Um,
okay. What do you
so
mean?
yeah,
What do you mean discuss? I mean, it's like, hey,
I mean, yeah, because if I am like team carry on and you're like team check in, then I'm gonna be annoyed if you're gonna make me wait for that check in bag to come in. Um,
I think unfortunately, I think I could do the carry on, but
See,
you never know. I'm just
no,
saying. I'm just saying. I
no, no,
ain't
no, no,
trying to. I'm
no.
not trying to stereotype. I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm just trying to do is be a little real about it. But that's okay. I mean, it's. I get it. I get it. I mean,
I,
you
I
know
mean,
what?
who's the overpacker here?
You know, I love you, baby.
No, it's
But
not me.
yes, it's not me. Right? It is not me. But it's okay. It's okay. I get it. I mean, there's unfortunately there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely,
You know,
absolutely. I mean, what is like one thing that I pack that I think it's essential, and you're like, oh God, she really wants to pack that.
oh God, where do I start? I don't want to. I don't want
Where
to
do
be
you
like a. I don't
start?
want to
Is
be
that
like a
like,
chauvinist or anything, but
good
I
God?
don't have an issue when it comes to a your own hair dryer because the hotels
Oh
doesn't work.
yes,
When it comes to your what is that? The brush with the hot whatever it is. You got the
yes,
curly curls and
yeah.
all that stuff.
My
You want
flat iron.
your flat iron. You want to bring the
Yes,
entire
absolutely.
makeup counter sometimes. Um, but it's okay. I get it. I mean,
Dang,
I get it. I understand that is
yeah,
your essentials because
those are my
that's
essentials.
that's what you have to in your mind. That's what you have to bring. So it's okay.
Well, I
It's
think
okay.
I think the ladies who are listening to us right now would definitely agree that when you have your own blow dryer, you know exactly how long it takes to do what, and it's just you just know it. And it's your hair. I mean, I know that you can't empathize with that,
I can empathize with a lot. I do.
but maybe not the hair stuff.
I have my beard. What are you talking about? My beard and my little trimmy trims. I understand that.
Yeah, your trimmy
So
trims are like 10 pounds.
I
So,
I I do,
yes.
I do get that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess there is a time and effort. I mean, sometimes we do work as a team. I mean, when it comes to we work as a team all the time, but sometimes I kind of unconsciously just kind of pack my stuff uh, because I know I'm gonna have to allow room for you. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
Shay.
I'm gonna be honest. I am a serial overpacker. Initially, it was you.
Yes.
Initially, it was
No.
you. But however, you've really taken the time and effort to dial it back to
Well, because
to
for
pack to what you
me,
need. And me, I'm like now I'm the one that's overthinking it.
I will tell you this. I have looked at a lot of like travel vloggers, the vlogs, and they talk about how you should mix and match like different pieces so that you can get more than one outfit out of it. So that's what I tried to do.
Okay.
And that's where I've gotten better. You, however, are definitely
I've
overpacker.
I've gotten worse. I mean, So let's go back. I'm going to talk about a little history because we need to know
Okay,
where we
okay,
come from.
let's go from the
So
history.
my history is, of course, being in the Navy. I'm a veteran, and and you went aboard the USS Midway, which where I
I did go
was my
aboard the
first
USS
apartment,
Midway.
and you actually had a chance to go to see my rack or your
Mm,
bed, which you see,
yeah,
but you saw
his
that we had
coffin.
this much in the coffin rack, and we have this little thin locker that's in yay tall, and that is your life. That
That's
means your
it.
uniforms. That
I
is
got it.
your junk food. That is actually your your civilian clothes or your regular clothes and shoes. So I learned how to pack light. So even when we dated, coming across country, I lived in this little backpack thingy that we bought that I could actually
I
no
mean,
initially we're not talking about the fact that later on after we're dating how when I set up shop here and I was still going back to
mm-hmm.
California and back and forth to
Yeah.
Miami, so there's a different things.
Mm-hmm.
So but the deal is I could roll up the essentials because I do it when I have to. I do it when I have to when I need to. So I guess that'll be like, when do you at what stage do we decide to check a bag versus just doing
Carry on?
yeah, just continue doing a carry on because we do weekenders, we do long
Yeah.
trips, we got like a million
I
bags.
think if it's a long trip, we're going to Europe or whatever, and we have done that, then we definitely have had to do check-in bags. Um, and I'm okay with that because again, it's like usually the times that we've gone to Europe has been 2 weeks and longer. So I think the first time we tried to do the carry-on was a trip to Jamaica.
Hmm. Which should have worked because we're just
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
just swimwear, light clothing for the evening,
Right, right.
shorts,
For
polo.
me was always like the part that always got me is the fact that I like to pack different pairs of shoes. So
One set of feet, one set of feet.
now
That's
I've gotten better at the flip flops, or I've tried to buy more neutral color shoes so it goes with everything. Um,
I will give you credit. Yes, you have done that. That is great. That is great.
um,
And for that, I'm gonna say
but you are still the serial overpacker.
I
He is
yes.
still the
We
serial
just
overpacker. Now I will tell you this: he folds and rolls everything very neatly, and it's all packed in 3 by 3 inches kind of thing, to where mine is a little bit more um just comes as you go. I mean, I do roll my stuff because that's just the best way to do it. But yes, I do feel that, and I've learned to be a carry on packer because I honestly, getting to Fort Lauderdale or Miami is like the worst to get your luggage back. I mean, we've waited an hour and a half in Miami International Airport, and then Fort Lauderdale never used to be that bad, but now it's. I mean, it's, and I just don't have any patience for that.
I think
I'm
I
in,
think
I'm out.
I think you're absolutely right when it comes to that. But when it comes to us, what do we do? I think people in general, outside myself, and I know the people that travel
Mhm.
with us, we kind of give them advice on, hey, this is a trip we need to do. But how do we manage things? We do the packing cubes now. We do the mini vacuum things. We do those things that we kind of we really try to go back on. Some of the stuff is trial and error. Some of the stuff
Yeah,
absolutely didn't work.
absolutely.
Some does. And I think in my mind, we're our worst enemy when it comes
Yeah.
to travel. I mean, we go places. I think we can do. We went to New Orleans and we were there 5 days.
Yeah.
And I took that backpack and I had like a pair of jeans, 3 pair of shorts, or 2 pair of jeans. I think I don't know what time it was. Multiple
It's
shirts.
still summertime.
But when we have a
Yeah.
place that maybe have a little washer and dryer, we kind of take advantage of it.
Mhm.
But I was able to get all my stuff in there, including my laptop, my iPad, and into this backpack.
Mhm.
And thanks to the airlines charging us for carry-ons and as well as checked bags. But I think one of the things downfall, like when we do try to go to places like
Yeah.
the islands or some of those weekenders, one thing we don't anticipate is we love to get our little souvenirs. And souvenirs, I mean, maybe extra bottles of rum. And we can't bring that we can't bring that on the plane.
Now,
Or at least I
that
can't. I'm telling you, I can't bring my souvenirs on the
that
plane.
makes us sound like we have a problem.
No, the problem is they won't let me bring it on the plane. So I, in essence,
So we have to
sometimes
check
we
it
end
in.
up taking a check bag, a
Yeah.
carry-on bag, and we may be able to check in simply because
Yeah.
we know where we're going to go and what we like to bring back. Thank God we kind of know places that we like
Yeah,
to do
no,
that at now.
absolutely.
But I know it's a
Absolutely.
little different. But I think that overall, I think it just, when you say it just depends what kind of
It
occasion you're going
depends.
to,
And
what
the
do you
time
need
of
to
year
bring,
too. So
the
are
time
you
of
going
year.
someplace warm or are you going someplace cold? Because if you're going someplace cold, obviously your clothes are bulkier, they're bigger, so it's more difficult to just pack a certain number of outfits in a carry-on. Um,
You're right. I mean, we have the boots. We have the thermal arms when we went somewhere over New Year's and
yeah,
we were in the snow.
yes.
Yes, and you don't take a carry on because that's not going to fit 3 sweaters. So yeah, absolutely,
Right. No
absolutely.
matter how tight or how much you roll it,
You're not gonna.
it's just not gonna
It's just
work.
not going to fit.
It's
So
just
you're
not
you're
gonna work.
absolutely right. So I guess one of the big questions is what do you prefer? Do you like carry-ons? I mean, you do it a lot when you go on your
I
little
do.
weekend things, or you sometimes you have to go on these little business trips,
Yeah.
and you do a carry-on, and you
I
figured it
do.
out.
Yes, I do like carry on because again, it's like I have my suitcase, I pack and I go and I get in, I get out. I don't have to worry about, the conveyor belt in, having broken down in the airport and now you have to wait or you have to figure out which um carousel number your suitcase or your flight is actually coming out of. So I have no patience for waiting for that. So that's where you're a little different than I am. You have a little more patience.
A lot more patience, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, you have patience with me, so that I give you practice every day. You should be a Zen
that
master by now
that
dealing
you,
with
that
me,
you
but
do. Yes, absolutely.
but
So so yeah, I do prefer the carry-on part. Now, what I have done is I'd rather get the suitcases where you can open up and it expands or whatnot. So then I can pack a little bit more. But yeah, it still is compact enough and whatnot. And I actually um I think it was Beis. I just bought that suitcase. That's like a carry-on size, but it's like a really smaller. And that's where we've traveled. The past couple times that we've traveled, we put our computer equipment and everything, because obviously that's not something that you can check in.
yeah.
I think that's where you also put the drone last time we traveled. So
And none of the stuff that we talk about, we don't do it based on, we're not sponsored by anybody.
no, we're
We
not.
just talk about trial and error. I mean, we don't went from cheap to expensive, and we
Hmm.
just tend to buy a little quality and find your way. So,
Yeah, because sometimes again, it's like you're spending that money up front, but because of the quality, you actually get a better type of product, so it lasts longer.
yeah.
And there's something to be said for that.
No, absolutely.
Hmm.
So I do, for me personally, I think that any trip that I can do less than 5 days, that I can get away with a carry on.
Hmm.
I just have to stay conscious of it and ensure that I don't need, 50 million outfits or things like that. I mean, it truly, because sometimes if like, I'll give you an example. We popped up to New York and I actually had some extra clothes. And the reason being is during the daytime we're out and you anticipate sweating and being out all day.
Mhm.
And you come back and you want to have a little extra to go out to dinner. I didn't want to go out, we come back, we freshen up, we do our thing, we always had dinner plans or
Yeah.
something. And I didn't want to have that day funk or smell.
The day
The
funk.
day funk, you know what I mean? I mean, into the nighttime because who knows what
Right.
the evening was. So in that essence, I tended to overpack a little bit
Mhm.
because some days were lighter than others.
Yeah.
But I do.
But we also did go to New York in mid-July. It was very hot.
Just a tad. It was just a little bit tad.
By the way, my favorite time to go to New York is either early spring or fall.
My favorite time is any time. Take me to New York. I'm good.
Not in the
It's one of
summertime.
my favorite cities.
But I will do it because I do love New York.
Yeah.
But yes, that's one of the perks of being so close. So being here out of South Florida is just a couple hours to New York, or maybe an hour to the Caribbean. So
yeah.
those are all positive things.
So when we're talking about traveling, what are some of the essential stuff that you think you have to have?
Well, you already said
order to
it.
make your trip.
My blow dryer.
Well, those are the things that I key in on
My
because
flat
I'm
iron.
those are the things that every time I look at it again, I'm like, really? Because
Yes.
then it makes it extremely heavy. They should have a weight limit on your carry-on that I'm trying to move the bag. But that's okay. They only carry the check-in that they weigh it. So
Hey,
that's okay.
It's all good.
It's okay.
I think I really like the cubes. It was something that took me a long time to wrap my head around. But I think that is like the best way to pack. I love those cubes.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you have the ones that are supposed to be compact, then you can actually put more stuff in there.
The moral of the story I'm hearing from you is more. The suitcase that I can expand, the
Wow.
cube so I can put more.
Well,
but yet it's still you got to be a minimalist if you're
still
going to do
carry-on.
that. If you're going to do the carry-on,
I
you
still
gotta be
do
a
the car.
minimalist.
No airline has kicked me off because my suitcase was too heavy.
No, but they say, "Is your husband okay?" He's like he's struggling. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you do very well, even though I do assist you when we travel. And we balance.
I do like, the one thing that I like packing is my little pharmacy, like you call it.
Your little mini CVS.
I do have a little mini CVS because I think of it. I mean, if I'm in the States, okay, it's not a big deal. But if we're going overseas, then you never know when you have an emergency and you need Imodium or Pepto or whatever, and you don't know what you call those medicines in other countries. Like if I get to a Spanish speaking country, obviously it's not a problem because I can communicate. But like the time we went to Belgium and I was sick.
They spoke English.
They did speak English, but it was just like different and still.
Okay. No, I get it because we were somewhere. We went to a few places last year. And you know what? Next time we go with our group and they start coming up to you, charge a copay.
Oh,
because I'm sorry.
No, I'm not doing that.
Charge a copay. I will. I'll be like, the doctor's in. Have a seat, 15 minutes. Here's the square. Please pay your $15 copay. And it'll be $5 per prescription.
But
I'm
still,
sorry.
It's like,
we're going to pay for our
when
trip.
we went to the cruise, the Mediterranean cruise, I think everybody at one time or another had a stomach bug. So that whole bottle of Imodium I had was gone.
Yeah. I get it.
So again, it's like you have to have those things.
I get it. No, I get it. I mean, and you know what? You do a great job for us. And those are the things and when it comes to a couple of challenges, I know this time we talked about the luggage and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I promise you, we all know what it looks like when you see the movies when they really exaggerate with a husband's got like 6 bags and the wife's walking with her purse saying, "Why are you walking so slow, Harold?" You know what I mean? We really do.
Okay, Harold.
We really do good at keeping that away. But we do good. We pack well. We trial and error throughout the years. And
Partner.
we know when we could get away. I popped up to Atlanta, about 3 weeks ago. All I had really was my laptop backpack and just had a change of
Yeah.
stuff in there that I
Yeah,
could
that
do.
I can't do.
So,
But
again,
you were gone for 36 hours. Come on.
it's okay. Still
How
a day and a
hard was
half.
that?
I mean, still a day and a half. And I was going to Georgia in the south, where it's extremely hot.
Extremely hot.
But you know what? It just depends. So the answer to the question is it depends.
Yeah.
But like I said, less than 5 days for me, I could do it, depending unless it's cold. You wear your jacket, you do whatever. But when it comes to the jackets, we have the puffer jacket. So again, we've made modifications to make traveling easier, because that's the last thing we want to do is lug all this stuff around and hold everybody up, and heck, hold each other up trying to get in our seats. So with all this stuff, come on, Harold, let's do this.
Are we changing your name to Harold?
I mean, no, but thank God, I'm not Harold. But because we actually work good together. So, with that in mind, what we ask people to do is really sit down and see what's essential.
Make a list.
Hey,
nothing wrong with making lists.
And you could, write out your days, or, in your mind, knowing, hey, depending on the activity you're going to do, or if you're going to be laying around the resort, if you need to go out to dinner, find out that, hey, if I need to wear a button-down shirt to dinner, or a collared shirt, or whatever, I may take one pair of khakis or two pair of khakis and just change the shirts nightly, because I'm only going to be in those clothes just for a couple hours.
Right.
I mean, and it depends.
Of course.
But you just got to be a little smarter, because the last thing you want to do when the airlines come back and they get you big time, anytime something is 51 pounds, they're going to charge you an extra $75 to $150.
What trip was it that we were on?
New Year's, we went to the DR.
We went
on JetBlue.
JetBlue, and they came back in Spirit.
Because they canceled the flight.
Not by choice.
They canceled the flight, and they rebooked the entire plane. They just switched us into Spirit. So we get ready to check in, and it's 49 pounds. And the guy's like, well, it's overweight. I'm like, no, we came down, it was 50 pounds. He says, well, our
limit was 40 pounds.
And I'm like, we did not change this airline. I came down within my limits. And going back, and I remember I cursed this guy in my mind, because you kept pinching me.
Yes.
As I gave him my credit card, I paid $135 for being over the weight limit.
Yep.
That we were within the weight limit when we were starting to travel.
When we left. Absolutely.
Which sucks. So it just depends.
It does.
I mean, it depends. But you know what? All in all, I think we do good. So I think people just make the list, think about it, what's your dinner plans, and just
I think the biggest thing we've changed in our dynamic is before, when we used to take a trip, we used to start packing like weeks ahead of time.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way we used to be, because we was excited about traveling.
I'm still excited about traveling.
Just not in the preparation stage.
Well, yeah, there could be that. But now it's like maybe the night before.
Yeah.
No matter how long the trip is, whether it's 5 days, 4 days, or 2 weeks, which it can be challenging.
But I do think that overall we've done well.
Absolutely.
And I know that there are people out there that really can identify with us. So what we're going to ask you guys is, hey, no matter what platform you're listening in, drop something in the chat. Let us know how do you travel, and what are your disagreements, and let me know, hey, what kind of tips that we can do to give you.
Share with other people.
We can share it with you, because a lot of things we did, we spent money, time, and we had our few disagreements about that extra hairbrush that she did not need, but that's okay. I mean,
he wouldn't understand about hairbrushes.
But that's okay. But we made it through.
Absolutely.
Right? We made it through. We made it back. And that's why right now we're in between trips, and that's why we are in between departures right now, because that's where we're at.
Yes.
So with that in mind, anything else you want to say?
No, I think this is great. I think this is a great idea. Tell us your funny stories in the comments. Let us know, the time that he took out your blow dryer and then you were stuck in the middle of nowhere with no blow dryer and then made comments about your hair being too out of control.
I would never have done that again to you and let you know that again. So it's okay. But you know what, with that in mind, we have had that success, and hopefully I look forward to
trial
our
and error.
next
I
trial
can't
and
wait
error.
to read what you guys say. Let us know and give us ideas or give us the funny stories because we want to know the tea. So you got to spill the tea.
Yep. Just remember this. Sometimes you just got to use a carry-on bag. And sometimes you just got to know when to check one.
Or when to use a carry-on bag and a check one.
Facts. Facts. Maximize the trip.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. So that's it for this week of this episode of Beyond Departures.
Thank you
The
for
couple
tuning
shouts.
in.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
And till next time. Till next time. We will talk to you later. Stay safe. Travel often.
Travel by Jay.
Have a good one.